You sit down to study English. You open your book and then you think, let me check my phone for just 5 minutes. 2 hours later, you're still scrolling Instagram and check your phone, and your English book is on the same page. If that feels a little too familiar, keep watching. You're not lazy. You're not bad at English. You're just stuck in the same loop as millions of learners. You want to study, but your brain keeps saying, not now, later. Here's the truth. Your problem isn't English. Your problem is that the task feels confusing, unclear, and too big. And when your brain doesn't know where to start, it chooses to do nothing. But you're one step away from breaking this cycle. In the next few minutes, I'll show you 3 simple step system that stops procrastination instantly and makes studying English so easy your brain can't delay it anymore. 1. The 2-minute rule. Trick your brain into starting. Let's talk about the hardest part of studying. Starting. Your brain hates big, overwhelming tasks. They feel like climbing Mount Everest. So how do you make starting easy? Here's the secret. The 2-minute rule. How it works? Instead of saying, I need to write an essay, tell yourself, I'll write 1 sentence. Instead of thinking, I need to memorize 50 vocabulary words, say, I'll learn 2 words. Just commit to 2 minutes. That's it. Why it works? Once you start, you usually keep going. For example, I'll read 1 paragraph. You read a whole page. I'll learn 2 words. You end up learning 10. 2-minute versions. What this actually looks like. Here's what the 2-minute rule looks like in real English practice. Take any big study task and shrink it into a tiny 2-minute version. Writing big task. Write an essay 2-minute version. I'll write 1 simple sentence. Grammar. Big task. Study a whole grammar lesson 2-minute version. I'll watch 1 short 30-second grammar explainer. Reading. Big task. Read a full article or chapter 2-minute version. I'll read 1 short paragraph. Vocabulary. Big task. Learn 50 new words. 2-minute version. I'll learn just 2 words. Speaking. Big task. Practice speaking for 20 minutes, 2-minute version. I'll record myself saying 1 short sentence. Listening. Big task. Listen to a full podcast 2-minute version. I'll listen to 20 to 30 seconds of a podcast or video. Fluency practice. Big task. Do a full speaking exercise. 2-minute version. I'll repeat 1 sentence 3 times with clear pronunciation. Second, eliminate friction. Design your environment for success. Now let's talk about something most learners ignore. Your environment. Procrastination doesn't happen because you're lazy. It happens because your brain is trying to avoid friction. And friction is simply anything that makes studying feel harder than it should be. Part 1. Why environment matters. Think about the last time you tried to study English. Maybe your desk was messy, your phone was buzzing, or your room was noisy. Your brain looks at all of that and says, this feels uncomfortable. Let's do something easier, like scrolling Instagram. Even a small distraction, like your phone lighting up, can completely break your focus, not because you're weak, but because your environment is working against you. Part 2. How to remove friction. So here's how to fix it. Step 1. Create your study zone. It doesn't have to be fancy. It just needs to be clean, quiet, phone-free, and easy to start studying. Use tools that help you stay focused. 1. Forest, app that locks your phone, stops distractions. What it does. Forest helps you stay focused by blocking your phone. When you start a study session, you plant a tree. If you leave the app and open Instagram or TikTok, your tree dies, so you naturally stay focused. Where to get it? Available on iPhone, App Store. Available on Android, Google Play Store. Just search for Forest app. How to use, open the app. Set a timer, 10 to 30 minutes. Click Plant Study while your tree grows. Collect trees and build a virtual forest. Super simple. Super effective. 2. Focus Will. Focus music scientifically designed for studying what it does. This app plays music that is scientifically created to help you focus. Not normal music. It's specially designed to reduce distractions and increase concentration. Where to get it? Visit their website. Just search Focus at Will on Google, available on App Store and Google Play. How to use. Choose the type of music you like. Set your study timer. Start studying while the music plays in the background. It works extremely well for reading, writing, and grammar study. Third, Notion. Organize all your English notes in one place. What it does: Notion is like a digital notebook. You can organize vocabulary, grammar rules, reading notes, goals, progress, and homework, all in one place. Where to get it? Website. Search Notion on Google App Store and Google Play. How to use: create a page called English Study, add sections, vocabulary, grammar, speaking practice, add lists, tables, or daily goals. Update it each day. It makes your study routine much cleaner and more organized. Step 2. Prepare everything before you study. This is a powerful trick most learners never use. Prepare your study materials the night before. For example, put your textbook on your desk, open your notebook to the right page, keep your pen ready, bookmark a YouTube lesson, pre-open Duolingo or your favorite app. When you wake up tomorrow, your brain sees everything ready and thinks, "Oh, it's already set up. I'll just start for 2 minutes." And boom, you're studying. Preparation equals zero friction. Zero friction equals zero procrastination. When I started learning Sin English, I kept procrastinating, even though I wanted to improve. My study space was messy, my phone was next to me, and I had to search for learning materials every time. Then I changed one thing. I created a tiny study corner. Notebook, pen, water, app, everything ready. And guess what? The moment I removed the friction, my study habits completely changed. Let me ask you, what's your biggest distraction when you study? Your phone, noise, social media? Tell me in the comments. I read every single one. And if staying focused is your biggest struggle, hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications. I'll be sharing powerful tools in the next videos that will help you become a more focused, confident English learner. Third, the power of when-then planning. Let me show you one of the simplest and most powerful anti-procrastination techniques I've ever used: when-then planning. Here's why this works. Your brain remembers routines, not random plans. So instead of saying, "I'll study later," which never happens, you attach your study time to something you already do every single day. Examples: when I finish my morning coffee, then I'll review flashcards for 10 minutes. When I open Instagram, then I'll close it and read one English paragraph first. When I drive or walk to work, then I'll listen to a short English podcast. When I sit at my desk, then I'll write one English sentence. These triggers are powerful because you never forget them. You will always drink coffee, brush your teeth, open your phone, go to work. By connecting English to these habits, studying becomes automatic, not a fight. Pro tip: build your motivation. Reminder: before you finish this video, do one thing. Write down your top 3 reasons for studying English. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want confidence when speaking. Maybe you want to travel without fear. Put this list somewhere you'll see every day: your desk, your wall, or even your phone background. On the days you feel like procrastinating, this reminder will bring you back. All right, let's review everything you need to stop procrastinating starting today. 1. Use the 2-minute rule. Make starting so easy your brain can't avoid it. 2. Eliminate friction. Clean your study space and prepare everything in advance. 3. Use when-then planning. Connect studying to your daily routines and automate the habit. Now here's your challenge for this week. Pick one of these 3 strategies and try it. Just one. Comment below with your goal. Something simple like, "I'll study English for 2 minutes every morning." Or, "When I drink my coffee, then I'll learn 2 new words." Let's keep each other accountable. Remember, progress is always more important than perfection. Even 10 minutes of focused study is a win, and you're already on the right path just by being here. If this video helped you, make sure to hit subscribe and tap the bell so you don't miss episode 2. The Pomodoro technique for procrastinators. Study in 25-minute bursts. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next lesson. Did you know that 68% of English learners quit because of this? No, it's not a lack of time or resources. It's something much simpler: distractions. You sit down to study, full of motivation, and suddenly you're scrolling through Instagram, or rearranging your desk, or cleaning your room for the first time in 6 months. Yeah, we've all been there. If you're tired of letting distractions take over and want to finally stick to your study goals, you're in the right place. Let's fix this together. Here's the truth. Studying for hours on end doesn't make you fluent. It makes you quit. But what if I told you that just 25 minutes a day could transform your English learning journey? No burnout, no stress, just steady progress toward fluency. Sounds good, right? This is where the Pomodoro technique comes in. a game-changing method trusted by over 2 million students worldwide. By the end of this video, you'll learn how to crush distractions, break free from procrastination, and turn studying into something you actually enjoy. Ready to discover the secret to mastering English without feeling overwhelmed? Let's dive in. 1. What is the Pomodoro technique? Pomodoro means tomato in Italian. Why? The technique was invented by Francesco Cirillo in the 1980s, and he used a tomato-shaped kitchen timer to track his work sessions. How cool is that? Here's how it works. 1. Set a timer for 25 minutes. 2. Focus on one task. No multitasking allowed. 3. When the timer rings, take a 5-minute break. 4. Repeat this cycle 4 times, then take a longer break of 15 to 30 minutes. Why 25 minutes? Because it's not too long and not too short. You won't feel tired, and you can still finish something important. This time is great for language learners like you. You can learn new words, practice grammar, or improve your listening without feeling stressed. Why does the Pomodoro technique actually work? Your brain responds well to short, clear deadlines. When you tell yourself, I just need to focus for 25 minutes, it feels simple and manageable. Starting becomes easier, and once you begin, you often keep going without even noticing. But if someone tells you to study for 2 hours straight, you feel stressed before you even begin. That's why breaking tasks into short cycles makes studying less intimidating. Another reason this method works is the promise of a break. Knowing rest is coming keeps you motivated. It's like giving yourself small rewards throughout the day. So let's imagine you're working on vocabulary today. Here's one way to organize your first Pomodoro session. Minutes 0 to 5. Watch a short YouTube video and write down 10 new words. Minutes 5 to 15. Create flashcards with definitions and simple example sentences. Minutes 15 to 25. Test yourself with those flashcards. When the timer ends, it's officially break time. Stand up, stretch, walk around, or drink some water. Give your brain a real reset. Avoid scrolling through social media, because that usually pulls you into distraction instead of rest. Repeat this cycle a few more times. After 4 Pomodoros, you'll have completed 2 hours of focused study, but it won't feel overwhelming because every session includes recovery time. That balance is the real magic behind the Pomodoro technique. Not everyone prefers 25 minutes. Some learners start with 15 minutes of study and 15 minutes of rest. If you're working on something more challenging, try 45 minutes of deep focus followed by a longer break. Adjust the timing until you find the rhythm that feels natural for you. Many apps help you track your study sessions. One of the most popular options is Forest. It gamifies productivity by growing virtual trees as you focus. If you want to explore it, I've linked a tutorial in the description. To improve your speaking skills, try combining the Pomodoro technique with the Feynman method. Choose an English grammar point and spend 25 minutes explaining it as if you were teaching a 12-year-old. You can even record your explanation. After the break, listen to the recording and refine your explanation. During your rest periods, you can also listen to an English podcast or audiobook to reinforce learning without intense effort. So, are you ready to overcome procrastination and make English study something you actually enjoy? Try the Pomodoro technique today and tell me in the comments, what's your first 25-minute task? Vocabulary, essay writing, pronunciation practice? I'd love to know. Until next time, study smart, not hard. You've got this. Have you ever sat down to study, but within seconds you're thinking about everything except studying? You tell yourself, okay, it's time to focus. But suddenly you're thinking about dinner instead, or maybe Instagram scrolling. Maybe you tell yourself, I'll just check my phone for 1 second, and before you know it, 2 hours have disappeared. Sound familiar? You're not alone. Staying focused is tough, but here's the truth. It's not your fault. Your brain is wired to seek distractions, but don't worry, there's a way to fix it. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why your focus disappears, and how to bring it back in just 10 minutes. No complicated tricks, no long lectures. Just a simple method that actually works for English learners. Stick around, because by the end of this video, you'll have a simple plan to make studying easier and more effective. Let's get started. Why can't you focus? Let's talk about why focus is such a challenge for so many of us. First, distractions are everywhere. Your phone rings, notifications pop up, and even a messy study space can make it hard to focus. Then there's something called attention residue. When you switch tasks, like checking Instagram while trying to learn vocabulary, your brain doesn't fully return to studying. Instead, part of your attention stays stuck on that last thing you did. Over time, this makes it even harder to concentrate. Think about it. How can you focus on a task when your environment is pulling your attention in 1,000 directions? Second, multitasking and using our phones too much make it really hard to focus. Many people believe they can multitask effectively, but research shows that switching between tasks actually slows us down and increases the likelihood of mistakes. After getting distracted, it can take up to 23 minutes to get back to focusing. That's a lot of wasted time. On top of that, we're constantly interrupted by our phones. Research says that most people check their phones over 150 times a day. Every notification takes your attention away from what you're trying to do. Add stress, tiredness, or trying to do too many things at once, and it's easy to see why it's so hard to concentrate. Finally, let's not forget the role of your energy levels. If you're feeling tired, stressed, or even dehydrated, your brain can't function at its best. Mental fatigue makes it harder to stay on track, and procrastination becomes way more tempting. By the way, if you find these tips helpful, be sure to subscribe and share this video with your friends who struggle with focus. The more we help each other, the easier studying gets. The science of focus. Here's the good news: focusing isn't magic, it's science. Research shows that our brains operate in cycles of high focus and rest. To maximize productivity, we need to align our study habits with these natural rhythms. Here's how. 1. The Pomodoro technique. Work for 25 minutes, then take a 5-minute break. Repeat 4 times before taking a longer break. This prevents burnout and keeps your brain sharp. If you enjoyed learning about English study with the Pomodoro technique, I have a video on the topic that you can watch in the comments. Also, it's the 3rd part of a playlist on how to study for English learners. If procrastination is holding you back, check out from first video in this playlist, this video that I linked in the comments, which offers tips on how to stop procrastinating and start studying effectively. Let's crush those goals together. 2. Monotasking. Multitasking kills focus. Stick to one task at a time. For example, reading one article or practicing one grammar rule. 3. Mindful breaks. Use breaks wisely. Stretch, hydrate, or meditate instead of scrolling social media. This recharges your brain faster. For English learners, monotasking is especially powerful. Instead of jumping between apps, videos, and books, pick one resource, like a podcast episode or flashcard set, and stick with it for your entire session. Trust me, less really is more. Now let's talk about how to fix your focus issues. Here are 3 strategies you can implement today. Step 1. Create a focus-friendly environment. The first step to improving your focus is to create an environment that supports concentration. Start by cleaning up your study area. A clean desk equals a clear mind. Keep only the essentials: your laptop, notebook, and any materials you actually need. Next, eliminate noise distractions by using noise-canceling headphones or playing soft instrumental music. Also, keep a water bottle nearby. Staying hydrated can improve your brain function and keep you alert. Pro tip: if you have kids at home or live in a busy household, finding a quiet place to study can make a huge difference. A library is a great option if there's one nearby, or you can use a quiet space at your school or university. Step 2. The 5-second rule. When you feel the urge to check your phone or procrastinate, try the 5-second rule. Here's how it works. Count down from 5, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and then redirect your attention to your task. This simple trick interrupts your habit loop and gives you a moment to reset. Better yet, turn your phone to silent mode and place it face down or in another room to reduce temptation. Step 3. The 10-minute timer. It's honestly a lifesaver. If you ever feel too tired, too distracted, or too overwhelmed to begin studying, this is the trick that gets you moving again. Picture this for a second. You sit down with your notebook, ready to study English, but the moment you open it, your brain goes, "Nope, too much work, maybe later." You tell yourself you'll start soon, but suddenly you feel hungry, then bored, then sleepy, and before you know it, 30 minutes are gone and you haven't even started. Sound familiar? That's where the 10-minute timer changes everything. Here's how it works. Set a timer for just 10 minutes and promise yourself one thing. During these 10 minutes, you'll focus on one tiny task, not the whole chapter, not the whole book, just one thing. Imagine your goal is to learn new vocabulary. Before you start, you prepare everything. Your notebook, your pen, your dictionary app, no searching later, everything is ready. Now you start the timer and suddenly the task feels lighter. It's not study for 1 hour. It's simply, let me do this for 10 minutes. What happens in your brain? Your brain loves short tasks. When the timer starts, your brain releases a tiny burst of focus because the end feels close. You're not scared anymore. You're not overwhelmed. You trick your brain into starting, and once you start, momentum carries you forward. And here's the magical part. Most of the time, when the 10 minutes end, you're already in the zone. You naturally keep going. You can use the 10-minute timer to learn 5 new words, watch a short English video clip, practice listening without distractions, rewrite one simple paragraph, review flashcards. Before you press start, prepare everything you need. Notebook open, water nearby, dictionary ready. Because searching for materials during the session, that's the fastest way to lose focus. Try this today. Even after this video, 10 minutes, one task, one small win. Step 4, use focus-boosting tools. There are plenty of tools designed to help you focus. Apps like Forest let you grow a virtual tree while you stay off your phone, and Notion helps you organize your tasks efficiently. If apps aren't your thing, a simple kitchen timer works wonders. The key is to find a tool that works for you and use it consistently. If you know of better resources, feel free to share them in the comments below. Step 5, take intentional breaks. Don't forget to permit yourself to rest. Working for hours without breaks can lead to burnout and reduce your productivity. Try the 50-10 rule. Work for 50 minutes, then take a 10-minute break. Use this time to stretch, grab a snack, or step outside for fresh air. A refreshed mind is a focused mind. And that's it. To recap, simplify your space. Use the 5-second rule to fight procrastination. Set a 10-minute timer to get started. Break big tasks into smaller pieces. Use focus-boosting tools, and take intentional breaks. These strategies may seem simple, but when used consistently, they can completely transform your ability to focus and get things done. Remember, focus is a skill you can build with practice, so don't get discouraged if it feels hard at first. The more you implement these tips, the easier it will become to stay on track and accomplish your goals. If you found this video helpful, subscribe so you never miss out on more study hacks. In our next episode, we'll dive into study smarter, not harder strategies to make learning even easier. See you there. Thanks for watching. Let me guess, every time you try to study English, something steals your focus. Your phone, your thoughts, even things around you suddenly look interesting. You sit down to learn vocabulary, and suddenly you remember every problem you've ever had in life, except the English words in front of you. But here's the truth. If you struggle to stay focused while studying English, it's not because you're bad at learning. Your brain just needs a smarter system. And today, I'm going to show you 7 time management hacks that language learners around the world use to study English faster, smarter, and without distractions. And trust me, hack number 4 is the one that changes everything about how you learn vocabulary. So stay with me. If focusing on English has ever been hard for you, this video is going to save you hours of frustration. Before we jump into the 7 hacks, let's talk about something important, your brain. Not in a boring science way, but in a way that helps you understand why studying English sometimes feels easy and sometimes feels impossible. Think about this for a moment. Have you ever opened your English book, read one page, and then realized you remember almost nothing? Or maybe you studied vocabulary for 1 hour, but the next day, it was all gone? There's a simple reason for that. Your brain learns in patterns, and when you understand these patterns, studying becomes easier, faster, and much more fun. Your brain loves clear goals. It loves small steps. It loves repetition. And it loves when you study in a way that matches your natural focus level. When you understand this, English stops feeling like a big, stressful mountain and becomes something you can master piece by piece. In this video, we're going to use simple, brain-friendly methods to help you learn English smarter, not harder. And don't worry, you don't need any science background. I'll explain everything clearly so that every English learner can follow. You don't need more hours in your day. You need better study habits, habits that work with your brain, not against it. So stay with me, because in the next few minutes, I'll show you 7 practical time management hacks made especially for English learners. 1. Prioritize tasks using the Eisenhower matrix. Have you ever looked at your study list and felt overwhelmed as if everything is suddenly urgent? That's where the Eisenhower matrix becomes your secret weapon, a simple but powerful system that helps you see which tasks actually matter and which ones only feel important. Here's the idea. When you place your tasks into clear categories, your brain instantly focuses better. You stop wasting energy on tiny, low-value activities and start spending your time on what truly moves you forward. Let's walk through it together. Quadrant 1. Important and urgent. What? Tasks you must complete right now because they directly affect your goals. Examples: preparing for tomorrow's exam, finishing a project due today. Why it matters. These tasks have deadlines and real consequences, so tackling them first keeps you in control. Quadrant 2. Important but not urgent. What? Long-term success tasks that help you grow but don't require immediate action. Examples: planning next week's study schedule, reading to improve your English vocabulary. Why it matters. This is the zone where strong habits are built. Focusing here reduces stress and helps you stay consistent. Quadrant 3. Urgent but not important. What? Tasks that look urgent but don't truly affect your progress. Examples: replying to non-urgent messages, checking emails too often. Why it matters. Spending too much time here steals your attention from meaningful work. Quadrant 4. Neither urgent nor important. What? Time-wasting activities that don't help you study or improve. Examples: scrolling social media without purpose, watching random videos. Why it matters. These tasks drain your time without giving anything back. Here's the idea. When you place your tasks into clear categories, your brain instantly focuses better. You stop wasting energy on tiny, low-value activities and start spending your time on what truly moves you forward. Let's walk through it together. Start your day by handling Quadrant 1 tasks, the important and urgent ones. Next, invest time in Quadrant 2, where long-term progress happens. Minimize or delegate Quadrant 3 as much as you can, and try to cut Quadrant 4 almost entirely. When you study this way, you stop drowning in distractions and start moving toward your goals with clarity and confidence. Try it once, you'll feel the difference immediately. Second, the Pomodoro technique. Have you ever tried studying for a long time and suddenly realized your mind is somewhere else? That's exactly why the Pomodoro technique works so well. It keeps your focus sharp without burning you out. Here's the simple routine. Study for 25 minutes. Full focus, no distractions. Take a 5-minute break, stretch, walk, breathe, drink water. Repeat this cycle 4 times, and then enjoy a longer 15 to 30-minute break. Why does this method help so many English learners? Because it breaks big study tasks into small, manageable pieces that your brain loves. You stay productive, your energy stays steady, and every break resets your focus so you don't feel tired or overwhelmed. Try it once. You'll be surprised how much more you can learn in less time. And if you want a step-by-step guide, check out our Pomodoro technique video and explore our full playlist of study tips. Third, find your focus, sweet spot. Before you begin studying, grab your books, open your notebook, and set a timer. Don't change anything about your routine. Just start studying normally while the timer runs in the background. Keep going until you feel your mind drifting. Maybe you start daydreaming, reading the same line twice, or staring at the page without understanding it. The moment you notice that loss of focus, stop the timer. The number you see, that's your focus sweet spot. Let's say your timer stops at 10 minutes. That means your brain can give full concentration for 10 minutes before it starts to wander. So instead of forcing long, tiring study sessions, begin with 10-minute study intervals. After each interval, take a short break. No phones, no social media. Instead, prepare something simple. Have a quick, healthy snack. Stretch your arms, or close your eyes for just 1 or 2 minutes. These tiny resets help your brain recharge without disconnecting completely. Now here's the magic. After 1 week, increase your study intervals by 5 minutes. Slowly, You'll train your brain to stay focused longer without feeling tired or overwhelmed. This tiny adjustment builds real focus endurance. And yes, it can completely change how effective your study time is. Why breaks matter more than you think. But there's something important about breaks that most learners get wrong. When you take a break, physically move away from your study area. Why? When you sit in the same place for too long, your environment becomes boring and your brain slowly loses motivation. Even worse, if you use the same space for studying, relaxing, scrolling your phone, and even eating, your brain gets confused. It doesn't know whether to focus or rest. To be truly productive, create clear zones in your room. Your desk equals study zone, your bed equals sleep zone, your couch equals rest zone. When you separate your spaces like this, your brain automatically enters study mode every time you sit at your desk. And trust me, this simple change can dramatically improve your focus. If this is helping you learn smarter and feel more confident with your English study routine, make sure to like the video and subscribe so you never miss our next lesson. Fourth, shift from timers to task completion. Once you've trained your brain to focus for longer periods, maybe 45 minutes, 1 hour, or even 2 hours, it's time to upgrade your study strategy. The Pomodoro method is great for beginners because it helps you stay focused without getting tired. But here's the truth that every serious student eventually learns. Many real study tasks simply take longer than 10, 20, or 30 minutes. Writing an essay, preparing for an exam, finishing a long assignment, these tasks need deep focus, and sometimes too many breaks interrupt your flow. Instead of asking, how many minutes should I study? Start asking, what can I finish before I take a break? Let me give you a simple example. If your task is writing an essay that takes around 2 hours, try to complete the whole essay before your break. If the task is bigger, like writing a detailed lab report that needs 4 hours, break it into small steps and complete each step before pausing. This way, you protect your momentum, stay in the deep focus zone, and finish work faster with less stress. Why? This method works better for advanced focus. When you stick to task-based breaks instead of time-based breaks, your brain stays locked into the task. You avoid the constant start-stop cycle that can make studying feel exhausting. And the more often you complete tasks in one go, the stronger your mental stamina becomes. Pro tip: always test yourself after studying. Right after you finish a study session, take a moment to quiz yourself. Self-testing is one of the strongest memory tools in learning psychology. It strengthens long-term memory, reduces stress during real exams, helps your brain remember information faster and for longer. It's simple, powerful, and perfect for English learners. 5. Make study reminders that your brain must pay attention to. Here's something we don't talk about enough. Many students don't struggle with studying, they struggle with remembering to study. Even the best study plan is useless if your brain keeps forgetting to follow it. So let's fix that with a mix of creativity and smart reminders. Option 1. The old school, creative method. If you like things you can touch and see, grab a small piece of paper or a sticky note. Write tomorrow's study goal in very simple form. Something like, learn 5 new vocabulary words. Review Unit 3. Practice speaking for 10 minutes. Now stick it somewhere you cannot ignore. Your bedroom wall, your desk, your laptop, your mirror, anywhere your eyes land naturally. Make it fun. Add colors, doodles, stickers, anything that makes your brain want to look at it. Trust me, your future self will thank you. Option 2. The digital method, for technology lovers. But if you're someone who loves technology, here's an even better option. Use apps or browser tools to send you automatic reminders. You can set alarms, notifications, or even motivational messages that pop up at the perfect time. Some apps let you add funny sounds or animations. Just imagine your phone screen lights up with a dancing penguin saying, "Hey, time to study, superstar." Start small, grow big. And here's the key: even 10 minutes of focused study is better than 0. Tiny actions create strong habits, and strong habits make studying feel natural, like brushing your teeth. Start small, stay consistent, and your reminders will soon turn into real results. 6. Learn to say no and protect your study time. Now let's talk about something powerful, but honestly, something most students struggle with: learning to say no. When you say yes to everything, every invitation, every plan, every favor, you lose the time and energy you need for your goals, and your English learning journey is too important to sacrifice. Imagine this: you have a big exam tomorrow. You've planned a 1 hour study session tonight. Suddenly, your friend texts, "Hey, want to go out? It'll be fun." Your brain wants to say yes, but your goals need you to say no. Saying no isn't rude, it's responsible. When you say no, you're not being selfish, you're protecting your future. 7. Review before sleep. Here's one of the most powerful study secrets that almost no one talks about. Your brain keeps learning, even while you sleep, and you can use this to your advantage. Why nighttime review works so well. Right before you go to bed, spend just 5 to 10 minutes reviewing something simple: the vocabulary you learned today, a few grammar notes, a page from your notebook, or even your flashcards. This tiny routine tells your brain, "Hey, this information is important. Don't forget it." What happens during sleep? When you sleep, your brain organizes and strengthens new memories. It takes what you learned during the day and builds stronger connections, like turning a pencil sketch into a clear picture. So, if you review English before bed, your brain continues practicing those words and ideas all night long without you doing any extra work. A small habit, with big results. Do this every night for 1 week, and you'll be surprised at how much more you remember, especially vocabulary. Remember, it doesn't have to be perfect, it just has to be consistent. It's a small habit that creates big results. Try it tonight. You'll see the difference. And if you found this video helpful, make sure to subscribe so you never miss more smart English learning strategies. Together, we'll help you study smarter, stay motivated, and reach your goals faster. Every day you promise yourself you'll study English. And every day life punches that plan in the face. Work, school, messages, notifications, chaos everywhere. But what if I told you your problem isn't time? Is it the system you're using? In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you a routine that works even if your life looks like a hurricane. No unrealistic schedules, no 3-hour study blocks, just a simple method that finally makes English study stick. And here's the best part: by the end of this video, you'll walk away with a routine designed exactly for you, not for some perfect student who wakes up at 5 a.m. and never gets tired. Ready to finally study smart without destroying your sanity? Let's jump in. Step 1. Audit your time. Before you try to study smarter, you need to understand where your time actually goes. And trust me, this part is always eye-opening. Grab your phone and track your day for the next 24 hours. Don't change anything, just observe. You'll start noticing hidden pockets of time you never paid attention to: your commute, your morning coffee, the 5 minutes you spend waiting for your food to heat up, or that little just checking TikTok for a minute moment that magically becomes 20 minutes. One of my students, Maria, did this and discovered 25 extra minutes every single day just by waking up 15 minutes earlier and cutting down on her scrolling time. That tiny change completely transformed her study routine. Why does this matter? Because when you can see your time clearly, you can use it better. Even a few minutes here and there, 5 minutes in line, 10 minutes on the bus, add up to hours over the week. Your goal isn't to find big blocks of time, it's to find the small ones you've been ignoring. Pause this video, write down your schedule, then hit play. Step 2. Set clear goals. Now that you know when you actually have time, let's make sure you know what you're working toward. Because vague goals like, "I want to improve my English," never work. They sound good, but they give you zero direction. Instead, use the SMART framework: specific, measurable, achievable, relevant, and time-bound. This turns your dream into an actual plan, and it keeps you motivated because you have something real to track and celebrate. For example, instead of "learn more vocabulary," say, "I'll learn 10 new work-related vocabulary words this week." Need to improve your listening? Try. "I'll watch one 5-minute English podcast during lunch every day." Clear goals guide your routine. They give you focus. They make studying intentional instead of random. And most importantly, They show you your progress, which feels amazing. Step 3. Start small. Here's a secret almost every successful language learner knows. Starting small is the key to staying consistent. Don't begin with 2-hour study sessions. That's the fastest way to burn out. Instead, start with 5 minutes. Yes, just 5, because 5 minutes is easy. 5 minutes doesn't scare your brain. And 5 minutes done consistently beats 2 hours done once a week every single time. And the cool part? Tiny habits grow. What starts as 5 minutes today becomes 7 tomorrow, 10 next week. And before you even notice it, you've built a routine that feels natural and automatic. To make this even easier, treat your English study time like an important appointment, the same way you would treat a doctor's visit. Put it in Google Calendar, use a physical planner. Schedule it like something that matters, because it does. Even the pockets of time you usually waste, waiting for your coffee, sitting in your car, waiting for your kids at practice, can become mini learning moments. And don't forget reminders. A simple phone alert like 8 p.m. vocabulary review can completely change your consistency. Now, the science, this part matters. If you study for only 2 hours once a week, your brain will forget most of it. That's not your fault. It's how the brain works. Your brain needs frequent repetition to build strong memory pathways. Every time you study, even for a minute, you strengthen those connections. This is called spaced repetition, and it's one of the most powerful learning methods ever discovered. Short daily sessions, stronger memory, faster progress. So instead of big bursts, focus on tiny, consistent steps. It's the small things you do every day that transform your English long-term. Habit pairing, the cheat code. Pair English with habits you already do. Listen to a podcast while cooking. Review flashcards after brushing your teeth. Watch a 1-minute video as soon as you wake up. Your daily routines become learning opportunities. Your toothbrush just became a study tool. You're welcome. If this study hack helps you learn English faster, hit like and subscribe. It really supports the channel and helps more learners stay motivated. And if you want more smart study techniques, check out the playlist below. Step 4. Use micro-learning techniques. When you're busy, micro-learning is your secret weapon. These are tiny learning moments, 30 seconds, 1 minute, 5 minutes, that slip into your day without any stress. Use a language app during your commute, review 3 flashcards while waiting in line. Listen to a short English podcast while doing chores. These bite-sized activities might feel small, but they add up faster than you think. Micro-learning makes English flexible, fun, and totally doable, even when your schedule is overflowing. And trust me, those small chunks of time build massive progress. Step 5. Stay flexible. Missed a day? No stress, no guilt. Just adjust. My student Raj used to study every evening, but life got chaotic. So he switched to short morning sessions, right after his workout. That tiny shift made him consistent for the first time. Remember? Progress, perfection. Keeping your routine flexible isn't being lazy, it's being smart. Result? Chotch, ending. Now imagine this. 30 days from today, you've built a routine that feels natural. You understand more of your favorite Netflix shows. Without subtitles, you feel prepared for your next job interview. You speak with confidence instead of hesitation, all because you decided to start small and stay consistent. Now it's your turn. Comment below. My first step is, maybe it's waking up 10 minutes earlier. Maybe it's turning your commute into podcast time. I'll personally reply to your goals. And if you want more smart study strategies, hit subscribe and tap the bell. Let's build your English confidence together. And there you have it. Simple, powerful steps to build a study routine that actually works for busy people. You'll be more organized, more confident, and more in control of your learning journey. So here's your challenge. Pick one step from today's video and start it right now. Be honest, how many times has this happened to you? You sit down to study English, maybe to learn new words, practice speaking, or review grammar, and then ding, your phone lights up. One notification, then another, and suddenly 20 minutes disappear. Your focus is gone. Your motivation is gone. And your English? Still waiting for you. But here's the surprising truth. Your phone isn't the problem. The way your phone is designed is the problem. Apps are built with one purpose: to steal your attention. Every vibration, every popping sound, every red notification bubble is meant to pull you in and keep you scrolling, and it works. Studies show that most of us check our phones nearly 100 times a day. That means your brain is being interrupted almost every 10 minutes. No wonder studying feels so hard. But here's the good news. You can take back control without deleting your apps or throwing your phone away. In the next few minutes, I'm going to show you 8 simple phone hacks that will help you stay focused, protect your study time, and finally learn English without constant distractions. These are techniques my own students use, and yes, even the ones who are totally addicted to scrolling reels. So if your phone keeps winning the battle for your attention, today, that ends. Ready? Let's dive in. Phone hacks to reduce distractions. Before we jump into these powerful phone hacks that can totally transform the way you study English, make sure to hit like and subscribe, because I share strategies that help you learn smarter, stay motivated, and finally reach fluency. 1. Turn off non-essential notifications. Let's start with something simple but incredibly effective. Not all notifications are bad, but let's be honest, most of them are completely unnecessary. Do you really need an alert every time someone posts a meme? Or when your game is ready to open some mystery box? Or when the weather changes by 1 degree? Of course not. These notifications constantly pull your attention away, even when you don't open your phone. Just seeing the screen light up is enough to break your focus. So here's the hack. Go into your settings and turn off notifications for every app that doesn't help your learning. Social media, off games, off shopping apps, definitely off random apps. Off "this is like cleaning your digital desk." The fewer distractions you have around you, the easier it becomes to stay focused while studying. Even if you only remove 5 apps from your notification list, you'll immediately feel the difference. 2. Use airplane mode or do not disturb. Tip number 2 is even simpler, and honestly, it's one of the most powerful focus tools you already have. Turn on airplane mode or do not disturb while you study. Airplane mode cuts off everything: calls, texts, internet notifications. Perfect when you want 0 interruptions. Do not disturb is a little more flexible. For example, you can silence everything except calls from important people, like a family member or your kid's school, so you stay safe but still distraction-free. This hack creates a quiet, protected space for your brain, because when your phone stops demanding attention every few minutes, your mind can finally relax and focus on studying English. Try it for just 1 study session. You'll be shocked how much more you learn. 3. Clean up your home screen. Now let's talk about a hack that seems small but can completely change how you use your phone. Clean up your home screen. Your home screen is like the front desk of your brain. If it's full of flashy icons, Instagram, TikTok, games, your mind instantly shifts into distraction mode. So here's what you do. Remove tempting apps from the home screen, hide them in folders, or move them to the last page, where you won't see them. Keep only essential tools visible, like your dictionary app, notes, calendar, or study apps. This simple change reduces the urge to grab your phone just for a second, because nothing on the screen is calling your attention. But what if you still struggle? What if your brain still wants to scroll, even when the apps are hidden? Let technology fight on your side. There are amazing apps and websites designed to help you stay focused, break phone addiction, and manage your study habits. Let me show you a few great tools you can try today. Forest. Turn focus into a game. Forest is a gamified focus app. When you stay off your phone, a tree grows. If you open your phone and leave the app, your tree dies. It's surprisingly motivating. Great for language learners who want to build a daily habit while making focus feel fun. Cold turkey. Block websites. Cold turkey is one of the strongest website blockers out there. You can block websites, apps, or even your entire browser for a set amount of time. Perfect when you're serious about studying and don't want any loopholes. Use them together for maximum effect. These tools turn focusing into a challenge, and sometimes that's exactly what we need. Give them a try. You might be surprised how much more productive your English study sessions become. And if you already use an app or website that helps you stay focused, drop it in the comments. 4. Install app blockers. Hack number 4 is for anyone who finds themselves opening apps without even thinking about it. Use app blockers. App blockers temporarily lock distracting apps, like Instagram, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, or mobile games, so you physically can't open them during your study time. Imagine this. You set a timer for 90 minutes. During that time, your social apps simply do not work. No endless scrolling. No notifications. No temptation. This gives your brain space to breathe and concentrate. App blockers also help you build habits. When you consistently study at the same time each day with distractions blocked, your brain learns this is focus time, and staying disciplined becomes easier and more natural. Whether you use a free app with basic blocking or a premium tool with advanced features, the point is this: these blockers give you control back. And once distractions are out of reach, your productivity and your English can improve faster than you expect. By the way, if you're enjoying this lesson, don't forget to like and subscribe for more English learning hacks. And if you haven't watched the previous videos on creating a study routine, I've linked the playlist in the comments so you can stay on track. 5. Create a tech-free study space. Sometimes the most powerful solution is also the simplest: distance. Yes, physically remove your phone from your study space. Put it in another room, leave it in your bag, lock it in a drawer, or even ask a family member to hold on to it until you're done. Because here's the truth: when your phone isn't within reach, your brain stops thinking about it out of sight, out of mind. You're creating a focus zone, a place your brain learns to associate with progress, not procrastination. Every time you sit down in that space, your brain switches into study mode faster and easier. This simple strategy alone has helped thousands of students go from distracted to disciplined. 6. Schedule phone check breaks, expanded and more engaging. Here's a realistic tip. You don't need to quit your phone forever, you just need to create boundaries. Give yourself designated phone check times. For example, study 45 minutes, 5-minute phone break, study 30 minutes, 3-minute phone break. This method is powerful because it doesn't fight your brain, it works with it. You still satisfy the urge to check notifications, but you control the phone, not the other way around. Language learners especially benefit from this structure because it protects your deep focus moments, those moments where real learning happens. This keeps you in control, prevents burnout, and helps you stay consistent for the long term. 7. Replace bad habits with good ones, story-based, highly retentive. When you take away a habit, like scrolling, you have to replace it with something better. Otherwise, your brain will go right back to what's familiar. So instead of reaching for your phone during breaks, try these brain-friendly alternatives. Read a page of a short book. Write in your journal. Listen to an English phrase or podcast. Review 5 vocabulary flashcards. Take a quick stretch or deep breath break. These tiny actions shift your brain toward healthier routines that support your English goals. And with repetition, they slowly become second nature. This is how transformation happens, not overnight, but through small intentional choices repeated consistently. 8. Reward yourself. Motivation plus psychology. Finally, don't forget to reward yourself. Your brain loves rewards, and when you intentionally attach rewards to your study sessions, you build long-term motivation. After finishing a study block, let yourself enjoy something you love: a snack, a walk outside, a short episode. Yes, even a bit of screen time. Just remember, rewards come after the work, not before. That's how habits stick, and that's how you keep your motivation high day after day. So there you have it. 8 powerful hacks to stop distractions, protect your focus, and finally take control of your study time. Imagine this for a moment. You, sitting down to study. No stress, no constant buzzing, no jumping between apps. Just you, your goals, and real progress. You'll feel more productive, more confident, more in control of your English journey. And it all starts with changing how you use your phone. So here's your challenge. Pick one hack from today's video and start using it right now. And if you're feeling extra motivated, combine 2 or 3. You'll be shocked how big a difference it makes. If this video helped you, give it a like so more English learners can find it, and make sure to subscribe for weekly strategies to help you stay focused, learn smarter, and reach fluency faster. Your English goals are closer than you think. Now go claim them. These tiny actions shift your brain toward healthier routines that support your English goals, and with repetition, they slowly become second nature. This is how transformation happens, not overnight, but through small, intentional choices repeated consistently. Are you tired of telling yourself, "I'll start tomorrow," only to wake up the next day and repeat the same cycle? Listen, procrastination doesn't mean you're lazy. It means you're stuck in habits that every learner struggles with. even the ones who eventually become top students. But here's the good news. By the end of this video, you won't just understand why you procrastinate. You'll have a step-by-step plan to finally break the cycle. And I'm also going to share my private techniques that I've only taught to my best students. Stay with me until the last minute, and then go to the comments and tell me which step you're starting today. All right, let's jump in. Step 1. Understand your why. Before you open a textbook, before you watch your first English lesson, before anything else, you must know your why, because without a strong why, procrastination wins every time. Examples of whys. I want to pass my IELTS exam. I need English for my dream job. I want to study abroad. I don't want to translate everything in my head anymore. Write your why on a sticky note and put it somewhere you will see daily. Your mirror, your desk, even on your phone case. When you feel like quitting, this is what reminds you why you started. This is your fuel. Step 2. Create your non-negotiable study time. Procrastinators wait for motivation. Successful learners don't wait, they schedule. How to do this? Pick the same time every single day. It can be 6 to 7 p.m. or even 30 minutes before bed. Set a reminder. And this one is powerful. Tell someone to keep you accountable. Tell your friend, your sister. Or even comment below, "My study time is 6 p.m. Hold me accountable." When you turn your study time into a non-negotiable appointment, like brushing your teeth or going to work, procrastination stops controlling you. Step 3. Discover why you procrastinate. Here's something most learners never ask themselves. Why am I procrastinating in the first place? Maybe it's fear of failure, that voice whispering, "What if I can't do this?" Maybe you feel overwhelmed because learning English feels like a mountain with no clear path, or maybe you're just unmotivated because you don't see progress. These feelings are normal, but they don't have to control you. Practical hack: if you feel overwhelmed, break tasks into tiny pieces instead of study English. Say, learn 5 words, watch 3 minutes of a video, review 1 grammar point. Small steps build big momentum. Reminder for the audience. Remember, even 5 minutes of real effort beats waiting for the perfect moment that never comes. If this video is already helping you, make sure to hit subscribe, because this is part 7 of my How to Study series, and every previous episode teaches strategies that stack together like building blocks. I'll put videos 1 through 6 in the description and at the end of this video so you can watch them in order. Here's a truth many English learners never hear. Procrastination isn't the enemy, confusion is, fear is, lack of a clear plan is. But once you understand your why, your schedule, and your triggers, you stop fighting yourself, you start flowing. And trust me, the moment you start showing up consistently, even for tiny sessions, the results will shock you. Suddenly, English becomes easier, understanding improves, confidence grows, and procrastination, it fades away. And this one is powerful. Tell someone to keep you accountable. Tell your friend, your sister, or even comment below, "My study time is 6 p.m. Hold me accountable." When you turn your study time into a non-negotiable appointment, like brushing your teeth or going to work, procrastination stops controlling you. Final, powerful, viral version. Steps 4 to bonus. Step 4. Use the 3-task rule. One of the biggest reasons we procrastinate is simple. Our study list is too long. When your brain sees 10, 20, even 30 tasks, it panics and chooses the easiest escape, scrolling your phone. Here's the fix. Write only 3 tasks you must complete today. Not 10, not 20, just 3. How to use the 3-task rule? Choose 3 realistic tasks. Put the hardest one first. You'll feel unstoppable afterward. Set a 25-minute timer for each task. When you finish your 3 tasks, you're done for the day, and you'll feel productive instead of guilty. Step 5. Follow the 2-minute rule. If starting is your biggest problem, this rule will change everything. Your only job is to study for 2 minutes. Open your book. Read 1 paragraph. Write 1 sentence. I know it sounds too simple, but that's the point. Once you start, your brain wants to continue. 2 minutes breaks the mental wall that keeps you stuck in procrastination mode. Step 6. Reward yourself. Your brain loves rewards. It learns faster when it knows something good is waiting on the other side of effort. Possible rewards: 10 minutes of gaming, a chocolate, listening to your favorite song, a cup of coffee. But here's the golden rule: rewards come after studying, never before. This trains your brain to associate English study with success and good feelings. Now pause this video for just 10 seconds and comment below, what reward will you give yourself after your next study session? Your comment might motivate someone else. Step 7. Use the accountability hack. If you struggle with self-discipline, don't keep your goals a secret. Studies show that sharing a goal makes you 65% more likely to achieve it. Ways to use accountability. Tell a friend. Message a study partner. Join a Telegram, Discord study group. Or comment your goal below this video. So right now, tell someone your English goal, even if it feels small. It's the fastest way to stay on track. Bonus secret: the momentum trick. This is one of my most powerful techniques. If you want guaranteed progress, follow this rule. Never skip 2 days in a row. Missed a day? No problem. You're human. Just don't miss the next one. Momentum is everything. It's the difference between quitting and succeeding. Follow this plan for 1 week, just one, and I promise you'll feel like a completely different student. Now it's your turn. Comment below and tell me, what's your biggest struggle with studying? Let's help each other, share strategies, and build a strong study community. And before you go, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications. I'm posting new lessons every week to help you study smarter, stay motivated, and finally, reach your English goals. You have everything you need to succeed. Now take the first step today, not tomorrow.